Hello friends, now we are going to see how to create virtual environment. So in previous video we have seen why we need virtual environment. So for that now we are going to see how to create virtual environment. So in last session we have seen the dependencies of particular project means modules, packages, framework, whatever you need for that project execution. So those are called dependencies. Now we are going to create virtual environment. So for example, this is my Python's project folder and here I have one project, so that is P1 project. So for example, I am working on this project. So for this project I want to create virtual environment. So for that I have created one folder for my project. So I will open this folder. So now this folder is open. Now in this folder we are going to use VS Code, right? Editor we are going to use, so you can use your favorite editor, so whatever you need. So I will use here VS Code. So to shortcut to open VS Code, you have to open cmd here and you have to give command code space dot and it will open VS Code in that folder, right? So for example, this is my P1 project and I want to create virtual environment for my this P1 project. So here terminal is there, so you have to open terminal. So now using this terminal we are going to create so virtual environment means in this terminal we are going to give command for creation of virtual environment. So now if I want to create, so for that you have to give command python -m venv and I will give here p1n. So what is this Python? So to run Python on command line you have to use this Python command. So then -m, so this is hyphen, so that is minus sign -m. So whenever you want to use any Python module on command line, at that time you have to use this -m flag. Then when is the module so which needed for creating virtual environment, and so this p1_n I have taken, so this is virtual environment name. So you can give any name, so I have given here p1_n. So now I will press enter. So now what happened here, so it has created one folder here. So this whatever this virtual environment name we have given, right? So for this virtual environment it has created one folder here. So now in this folder if we check, it is having include library and scripts folder. So these are used for installation, so whatever your libraries are there, so those will go here, right? And see this, now we have just created only virtual environment. So our next step is we have to activate this virtual environment. So how to activate? For that we need to run this in scripts activate script we want to run. So how to run this? So first for this we have to go in this p1n folder cd. So whenever you want to do activation, at that time only you have to run these commands activate scripts activate, right? So you have to take one first character and press tab, automatically it will get completed, right? So now in this way you will get this scripts activate. So here it is showing in this green environment name, means whatever work you are doing, so that will be part of this virtual environment. So whatever installation you are going to do, so that will be part of this virtual environment now. So once you are done with this activation, you have to come out of this virtual environment folder. So remember that you are not going to write any code, any file you are not going to create in this virtual environment folder. So this folder is for installation only, so don't touch this folder, right? So now in this way our virtual environment is activated. So now I want to create here one Python file. So how to create? You have to click outside. So don't click here and create any file here. No, it is virtual environment folder. So keep it outside. So if you see this in blue, means this folder is selected. So we don't want to select this folder. We want to select this our project's root folder, that is P1. So I want to create one file here. So I will give here name of that file as test.py. So this is test.py. So now this file is created, right? So now I will write here simple code like import Django, and I want to print this version of Django. So Django is one web framework for web application development. So I am just taking version of this Django. So now you have to press Ctrl S, otherwise you have to activate the setting of auto save. So now how to run this file on the command line? You have to give here command python and then name of the file, that is you have to take only te, so and tab, so automatically it will take. So now if I run this file, I am getting here error. What error I am getting? Module not found, no module name Django. So why I am getting this error? So this is framework in Python, it doesn't come with Python installation, so we have to explicitly install it. So I have given here, right? So this p1 project is there, Django 2.2. so this we have to do installation. So how to install any module, package or framework in Python? So for that you have to use this command pip install and name of module. So for example, name of module we are taking, right? So what happened? So here we haven't provided any version name, so by default it will install latest version available for that module, right? So now if I want to install particular version, so I will give here pip install name of module, and here you have to use double equality sign, and here you have to provide some number, that is version of that module. So for example here x1 dot x2 dot x3, right? So for example I want to install Django, pip install Django. So whenever you are giving name of that module, make sure it is correct, so otherwise it will not get installed. So 3.2.11. So this particular version I want to install now, that is 3.2.11. so what is this number is specifying? So x1 is specifying this is major version, right? So this 3 is means what is the major version of this framework? So that is 3. So then x2 is there, so what is x2? X2 is minor version, so it is minor version, right? So that is minor version. So see, whatever this Django or these frameworks or packages are there, so their continuous development is going in that software organization. Because of that, versions are changing day by day, right? So now for example I want to, so x3 is there, so what is this x3 is telling? Patch or bug fixing. Bug fixed means whatever this version is there, so that is major version is 3, minor version is 2, so 11 bugs are fixed, so that this number is specifying, right? So in this way you can install particular module. So if you are not specifying module name, so in general it is called module, right? Module name you are specifying, but actually for framework it will be framework, for packages it will be package, and for module it will be module. So what is this Django version you are installing? 3.2.11. so if I don't provide here version, so by default it will install latest version. So first we will see if I don't provide any version. So Python, so for that we have to use pip install Django. So make sure whenever you are running this command, your computer is connected to internet. So it is downloading Django and it is getting installed. So it takes some time because these are getting downloaded from internet and getting installed. So successfully install this and Django 4.2.1. So why it has installed 4.2.1? Because the latest version available for Django is 4.2.1, right? So now if I run this program now again, so here history is there for your command, so you have to check that using arrow keys. So I am running this now. Earlier I got error, that is module not found, but now it is working. Why? Because we have installed this Django. So when I am doing installation, I haven't provided here any version. So because of that, whatever the latest version available, 4.2.1, it has installed. So virtual environment also so at a time only one version of uh, any package or module or framework can reside. So for example, if I try to install pip install Django, so here now I am installing particular 3.11.2 particular version of Django. So what happens, we will check. So this is not available. 3.2.11 we will take. So whenever you are installing, make sure that version is available, otherwise you will get error. So 3.11.2 was not available, so that's why we got error. So now what it is saying, found existing version Django 4.2.1 and it is uninstalling this 4.2.1. So at a time only one version of Django can be resided in virtual environment or in computer's environment also, right? So that's why we need virtual environment. In virtual environment also, at the time only one version of that module or package is residing, right? So now if I run this program again, so I am getting here 3.2.11. So earlier it was 4.2.1. Now it is 3.2.11, right? So in this way you can install particular version of uh, any package or module or framework, and if you are not providing version name, so by default it will install latest version, right? So in this way you can create virtual environment, so you can activate that virtual environment, and once you are done with your virtual environment you can deactivate it. So whenever you are done with your virtual environment you have to deactivate that, right? So in this way, for example, you have p2 project also, for that you can create in this way separate virtual environment. So now I will deactivate this, deactivate. So once I deactivate, it is not showing that virtual environment name. Why? Because I have done deactivation, right? So in this way you can create, activate, you can work and then deactivate, right? So in this way you can do this. So in next session we are going to see how to create requirements.txt file, uh, and using that requirements.txt file, how can um, install how can you install dependencies of one project in other project, that we will see in next session. So thanks for watching the video, and if you like content of my channel, please subscribe and press bell icon to get notification. Thanks for watching the video.